It's the night of March 27th, 1999. A lone F-117 Nighthawk, the legendary stealth fighter, slips through the stormy sky over Serbia. Against the pitch-black clouds, it's practically invisible. At the controls is Lieutenant Colonel Daryl Zelko. His mission is straightforward. Get to Belgrade, hit a high-value command site, and get out without anyone ever knowing he was there. Normally, he'd have an escort of F-16s armed with radar-jamming missiles. But tonight, the weather is so severe that his support has been recalled. A voice crackles through his headset. Vipers are returning to base. Proceed alone. And just like that, the world's most secretive aircraft becomes truly solo. To make it home, he must remain completely undetected. The Nighthawk's design was built for this exact moment. It's a 65-foot jet that, on radar, looks no larger than a small bird. Every mission before this one has proven its almost magical ability to slip in and slip out untouched. But tonight will be different. Miles below, a Serbian air defense crew has been preparing for weeks. Their commander, Lieutenant Colonel Zoltan Dani, doesn't believe the skies will stay mysterious forever. He's been receiving reports suggesting stealth aircraft might pass through his sector. He gathers his team. Start scanning, he orders. A massive early warning radar hums to life. Rain and clouds clutter the screen with electronic noise, thousands of tiny, random reflections. But amidst all that chaos, there is something, a single faint dot, moving with a clear purpose. Danny leans closer. There, he says, pointing. That's not weather. But to confirm the target, he needs another radar system to lock on a system that usually can't even see stealth planes. He gives the order. Activate tracking. His crew stares intently at their screens. I don't see anything yet, one reports. The seconds tick by. The pressure in the room is immense. Then, at the exact moment Zelko prepares to release his payload, he opens the Nighthawk's bomb bay doors. For a brief, critical instant, the aircraft's stealthy shape is compromised, its radar signature blooming on the screen below. I've got the target, an operator shouts. Tracking confirmed. Another confirms. Ready? Donnie gives the command. Launch. 2 surface-to-air missiles arc upwards, disappearing into the thick clouds, hunting for their invisible prey. High above the city, Zelko releases his guided weapons and begins his climb toward a safer altitude. The mission appears successful, but then a piercing alert shrieks through the cockpit. A lock warning. He glances outside and sees 2 bright, fiery trails cutting through the clouds, homing in on him with terrifying speed. He reacts instantly, pulling the aircraft into sharp evasive maneuvers, trying to break the lock with aggressive climbs and tight, banking turns. But the Nighthawk wasn't designed for this kind of dogfight. It has no countermeasures, no flares, no chaff. It's just one pilot versus 2 missiles. Time seems to slow down. He steadies his breathing, his focus absolute. The first missile streaks past him, failing to detonate. For a second, there's hope. Then the second one closes in. A blinding flash erupts just off his left wing. His aircraft lurches violently. Alarms scream. The controls shake uncontrollably in his hands. The jet begins to rotate, no longer flying, but tumbling out of the sky. Zelko fights against the powerful G-forces, pinning him to his seat. Warning lights flash across the entire cockpit. He knows he has only one option left. He reaches down, grabs the ejection handles between his legs, and pulls with all his strength. The canopy blasts away into the night. The seat rockets him upward. For a split second, he's falling freely through the cold, disorienting darkness, barely conscious. Then his parachute snaps open with a jolt. Below him, he can see the faint orange glow of his prized aircraft breaking apart as it plummets to the ground. He's alive, but he's also deep behind enemy lines. I need to disappear, he whispers to himself. Once on the ground, Zelko spots a ditch and heads for it immediately. He quickly covers his gear and uniform with mud, doing everything he can to blend into the landscape. Now, he just needs to stay perfectly still. Within minutes, the search begins. Vehicles roll in. The beams of powerful flashlights sweep across the fields. He can hear dogs barking in the distance. It feels like everyone is looking for him. He remains completely motionless, controlling every single breath, trying not to make a sound. A dog gets close, sniffing the brush just feet from where he's hiding. Zelko prepares himself, staying calm, praying it will move on. After a tense, heart-pounding moment, the dog loses interest and wanders away. He exhales, slowly and silently. Hours pass. Then, his survival radio crackles to life. Sandy 01 calling Vega 31. Do you copy? Zelko's eyes widen. Rescue aircraft are nearby. He listens carefully as the voice continues. If we can approach, give us confirmation. He pauses. Searchers are still in the area. He can see their lights in the distance. But he knows this might be his only chance. His window to escape could close at any second. He keys the radio. Copy. It's okay. Let's do this. He tries to activate his infrared signal beacon, but it doesn't work. His heart sinks. He needs another option, a last resort. He pulls out a flare. A brilliant red light floods the ditch, instantly revealing his position to friend and foe alike. There, marked. He yells into the radio. The rescue helicopter spots him immediately and dives toward his location. But the enemy patrols have also seen the light and are now moving faster toward him. The radio crackles again. Dim the flare, it's affecting our vision. Zelko quickly buries the burning flare in the mud, just as the helicopter settles onto the ground nearby. Two rescuers leap out and wave him aboard. How are you holding up? One asks as he scrambles inside. He manages a breathless smile. Much better now, let's go. The helicopter lifts off and disappears back into the night, just moments before search teams reach the landing site. The Serbian crew, led by Zoltan Dani, would become famous as the only team to ever successfully shoot down a stealth aircraft in combat. The wreckage of the F-117 remains on display in the Belgrade Aviation Museum to this day, a testament to their incredible achievement. Years later, in an amazing turn of events, Daryl Zelko and Zoltan Dani would meet in person, not as enemies, but as fellow airmen who shared a moment in history that few could ever understand. Their story became one of the most talked about events of late 20th century aviation, a powerful reminder that even the most advanced technology can be challenged by ingenuity, preparation, and maybe just a little bit of luck. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this story as fascinating as I did, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more incredible stories from aviation history. See you in the next one.